Hey, what's up? Happy Tuesday, September 3rd, family. This is not the live that I'm going to do this afternoon. This is something that was just on my heart. Check your motivation, your intention, and your expectation. A lot of times, people, we, us, you, me, find ourselves aggravated, frustrated, disappointed, let down because our expectations were either too high, too low, or just wrong because we had expectations, period. People are people. People are going to do what they do, right, wrong, and indifferent. They're going to do what they think is best for them in a moment. Sometimes they mess up, sometimes they don't. The only thing we can do is check our motivation, check our intention. Why do we do the things that we do? Do we have expectations of being thanked, of being thought of being congratulated, of even being acknowledged? Or do we do it from the heart? Do we do it because it feels like the right thing to do in the moment because it brings us joy and that's it? Because there's a reality. There are people who will take as much as you give. There are people who are willing to take. And as long as you give it, they didn't ask you for it. And even when they did ask you for it, their expectation is that, hey, they deserve it or you got it, so you ain't gonna miss it. And so a lot of us who give from the heart but still have an expectation, we're often hurt or disappointed or upset or mad or discouraged. And there are people who I've seen will jump through hoops for, will swim across the ocean and back using a life raft because we can't even swim, and they won't even blink in our direction. They won't even say bless you if we sneeze. Are we doing all these things for certain people because we want their attention, we want their approval, we want to be in their circle, we want to be acknowledged? Or do we do things just because you feel like it's the right thing to do? And what about those people who are actually in need? Do we ever think about just, no one can see. There's no spotlight. There are no cameras rolling. I see someone in need and I'm going to help them out right on the spot. No questions asked. Don't even have to exchange names or information or anything. But I said all that to say, and I hope I'm not rambling because it was in my spirit, but I got sidetracked cutting and all that. But I wanted to say I really need a lot of us to adjust our motivation, our intention, and our expectation. A lot of times we see people who get a lot of praise. A lot of people care about them. A lot of people love them. A lot of people look to them. A lot of people respect them. And that's what we want. But we don't understand. Other people want that, but other people don't understand what it takes to get that. So they expect just because they're in your circle or what have you, or because they know you, or because they like your stuff or comment on your stuff, that all of a sudden they're entitled to the same love that you receive, or the same type of respect or trust or commitment. So I think I just went sidetracked for a second, but check your motivation, check your intention. Stop expecting stuff from people when you haven't had a conversation, or even when you've seen how those people react, how those people deal with other people, how those people deal with situations. Stop expecting to go to an orange tree and get grapefruit. Or let's go a step further. Stop going to a stalk of corn expecting to find roses in the midst. Check your expectations. Stop having so many expectations. Stop being more realistic in your approach, and start being more realistic with the feeling that you get. Like I said, this train is distracting me. But I hope you get the point. That was in my heart, and I hope it feels like it's jumbled, but I hope it came out properly. I hope it's coming out properly. It's just, we need to check our expectations. Some people, I'll even go a step further. I'll say this. There are some times when people say, well, he's a certain age, he should know better if he was never taught. if he had never experienced, if he was never exposed to, you can't take for granted that he knows it. Everyone's interpretation, definition, and interaction with love is different. So we have different definitions, different meanings of love. So one of the ways that we can work on keeping our peace is to not have expectations, to not be falsely motivated or motivated by the wrong intention. Do things from the heart. Do things without expectation. It's wonderful. It's amazing. It's awesome when people actually take the time to say, thank you. You helped me. I appreciate you, or whatever the case may be. But when you do things from the heart and that doesn't happen, you still have to be fine with that. So I hope that helps somebody. I got to go back in and finish cutting. But that was in my spirit, and I got sidetracked. So maybe it didn't flow the way I wanted it to flow, or the way it was flowing in my head. But I hope you get the point. I love you guys. Happy Tuesday. I look forward to going live. Before I end this, I need to do a special shout out to my brother, Charles O'Hara Young, my sister CJ, Cynthia, Antoinette, Felicia, Yolanda, my cousin Pam Taylor Nobles, or Pam Nobles Taylor, just because. And you all know why, but just because. So I love you guys, and that's not to take anything away from anybody else, but thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. That I just wanted to give you all that special shout out. But I love you guys. I'm going back inside. It feels good out here, but it's a little warm. So I'm going inside where the air conditioning is. But check your motivations. Check your intention. Stop having unrealistic expectations. A lot of us have expectations of ourselves. Unrealistic expectations of ourselves. So we definitely have unrealistic expectations of people. And expectation without communication is a setup for a sad situation. I kind of like that. I made that up on the spot. Love you guys. Peace.